voice is muffled because I got the sunroof or moonroof and windows down. It ain't that hot. I'm finally used to the heat. I got a day off tomorrow. This time I checked the schedule. Ah, man. I check the schedule every freaking Monday. Or, I think Saturday is when they put the new schedule up. Oh well. At least when I clock out, I can walk over there and look at it quickly, and no one can tell me shit. Simple answer, off the clock. That's it. I ain't gonna say no more. They expect me to talk, I'm just gonna stare at them. Old union work, good old stuff. When I see people wearing union shirts showing their affiliation or their pride for it, I always laugh. Hey, I'm with the milk but letter carriers union. They say, that's right on, brother. That's where the money is. Every time, man. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's just not like, oh, hey, you know, here's a greeting, go away. No, like they smile and they give a fist or they give a wave or they give a thumbs up. So, yeah, I was like, oh, wow. Oh, that's another thing. If you're overseas, I don't know how it is overseas. I didn't learn much about it in Korea, about like how their workforce is. But here in the US of A, we have work unions or job unions. So, I guess like more of home labor employees, like electrician, carpenter, or if your house is more modern and you have metal fixtures, you would have to get like a welder or like maybe hire a person from the boiler makers unions, things of that nature. So what these unions do, these unions exist because there's so much work out there that your leadership's going to try to force you to do that work. So that's where the union comes in and says, hey, you know, this person wasn't scheduled for overtime this week, so it's 40 hours out. That this person's going home. You need to find someone else. But you know, they love that person because that person does everything for them. You know, that hand feeds them or whatever. But yeah, I know the union will strictly tell them, nope, you need to get someone else. So I explained it in the video. They exist for you to continue working while they handle leadership problems. So, or if you didn't watch my other videos and you recently came across this and you're from overseas. So yeah, if you wanted to join the USPS, and I don't know how it is for a visa holder, but let's say you applied and they gave it to you, they would give you the option of what state you're in. I don't know how it works for other states, but I know here in Arizona they give you the option to join because this is a right to work state. So you don't have to join a union. You can if you want to. But like I said, I've heard scenarios where people said, dang it, I should have joined it at this time. So they always ask me, are you in the union? I said, yeah. So they said, oh yeah, make sure you stay with it. Oh. I've yet to meet someone who has been around the Postal Service not in the union. So or you can also go to them if they start giving you lower hours. You can go to the union and say, hey, they're not giving me enough hours, and that, like I said, they'll go straight to leadership and, you know, if they're doing something wrong, they will report it. And then at that point, actually, you can start doing like filing a grievance against people. So I've already heard stories about where I'm at, so I started laughing. But you know, they're legit. Like people trying to tell you to get off the clock and stuff like that. Like, no, oh heck no, you cannot tell us to get off the clock at your convenience. If I have completed my work and I'm not full time, yeah, you can tell me to get off the clock, no problem. But if you're a full-time regular, no, you they treat them like golden children, so I've yet to see them not mistreat any of them. Oh, that's another thing too. If you come across videos of people saying that the CCA job sucks, it's just leadership. That's all. Just a bunch of disgruntled people who think they're underserved and underpaid because they have to come to work at 4 a.m. It's just like, well, you're the idiot who took the job. You should have been fully aware of what you were accepting, so boo-hoo on you. Yeah, you gotta deal with those types of people. Like they're God's blessing. They're God's blessing for them to be in your life. That type of attitudes. Yeah, so if people are getting not upset, but bothered, which is not a bad thing, because even a fly can bother you. So people getting bothered, yeah, I understand that aspect. So. But it's because, you know, these supervisors, they're not in a union. There's no union for leadership in the post office. So that's why. It's all corporate at that point. So these, I guess people who don't realize it's a corporate game and they don't realize you got to play the corporate game. So now they're freaking out trying to hold on to their job. I don't know. People are different. Half the time they can't even sleep properly because of their own life choices. So, you know, at that point, in one ear and out the other. Okay, thanks for sharing. What, do you want me to buy you a turkey every Thanksgiving? Huh. If you're wondering how to view those people, are you going to buy them a turkey every Thanksgiving? No? Okay, then don't worry about it. Better yet, are they going to help you 1 month out of the year and pay your rent or mortgage? No? Yeah, then don't worry about them. Heck, would they even be willing to help give you a full tank of gas? That's the best way you should look at it. That's what gets you through my days. I don't worry about these people. Y'all, you got your own problems. Like I told you, there's a bunch of poor people in the postal jobs. It's like, oh, you're poor. That's your problem, not mine. That's how most people get DUIs. That or passing out, waiting at a red light. And you were wondering, yeah, people will pass out and their foot will be stuck on the brake. That the police will literally back up into the back of their vehicle or in front of their vehicle, and then they will knock on the window. I've seen it and I just laugh my ass off, like, holy shit. They knocked once, the person didn't move, so they tried the door was open, so They just put it in park, and then I drove off. I couldn't see it after that. It's like, man, this was like outside of like near a strip club. Like there's a mall here called Arizona Mills, and there's a strip club right next to it. That's where it was. Yeah, the name of that place. I think they used to have another place, but that place shut down. It's like, oh, well, no wonder it shut down after seeing that. All right, let's go through another neighborhood. Yeah, this place is pretty good down here. All the roads are winding. Straight. So another thing I learned, if you're, let's say if you're in Japan, you're Japanese and you want to live here in the USA, and you're like, well, I don't know what to do for money. The cool thing about your country is you have, I think I've explained in another video, but you have an agreement with the USA. So if you were to give up your Japanese citizenship and come here to become a US citizen, you can move over your Japanese retirement to the USA retirement system. Or you have the option to cash out your current earnings and what your Japanese government will give to you. So you can use that earnings and you can come here and you can open whatever franchise you love. Whatever restaurant you thought was awesome, you can invest in it, you can open a franchise, and then you can be, you can cook that food every day. So see if your country has those types of agreements. Because when I was at the casino, I was planning to take a trip to Japan. But then, obviously I left the casino, so that plan I just stopped planning it. Like, I gotta start all over from the first step. Get past 90 days. So right now, all I'm doing is just working and focusing on my mortgage. I remember now what I was going to talk on the video while I'm driving around like this. So, I don't have subscribers, and I don't want to be corny and then say subscribe, but I've learned through reviewing information on the studio, because they're unlocking more information for me because of my YouTube music playlist. I guess they also count those views. Let's hit 10K. Thank you very much. Keep it growing. I mean, I was even looking at community playlists, and there was one called White Girl Music, and it had like 2.1 million. I just started laughing, like, wow, I'm sure I didn't click it because I didn't want to add to the count. But I'm sure, it probably don't have as much songs as I do. But anywho, I'm not going to worry about that. I'll let the searches and word of mouth do it. So, if all of you could try to get me to 500 subscribers, I've actually thought of another thing to do with that money versus pursuing music, because that's an unknown investment amount, which is, if you talk to any financial planner, they're going to tell you it's non-feasible because you can't put a number to it. So. And now you're doing time projection. So if you're doing time projection, there's no point in investing in it. So if I get more subscribers, my plan is, I'm drifting off the topic. So if I get more subscribers, the plan is to actually, I reviewed various types of businesses, and the one I actually concluded and I actually want to do is start a dog and a cat sanctuary. But I want to do a cat sanctuary first. Because when I do food delivery, I see stray cats everywhere. Everywhere is a stray cat. And even people say, man, I feel bad for that stray cat. I feed it, or I can give it water. So, and then, you know, they said they can't let the cat inside because someone's allergic to it in their house. I was like, oh man, that sucks. So that built on me after a while. Because, you know, I have, 8 cats, and then take care of stray cats. So that's if I get more subscribers and I start getting money from the I'm gonna call it from the Yankee Tango. So I don't like referring to them the real name. So if I get money from the Yankee Tango, it's gonna go towards starting a cat sanctuary. And if you don't know, a cat sanctuary can also be a non-profit. Non-profit means I need to have a board in order to continue business. So I can start as a for-profit, and then over time, once I get enough investment, enough money, and people to say, hey, we want to invest in that, then I can start a board. And thus you got a board, and I can switch over to non-profit. Was it like 501c or something like that? I don't know. I don't know the tax codes. I'm just aware of of how to proceed in that area, and then to the point where it's like, okay, I don't know anything anymore. So who's the business experts? But like every good business, in order to start it, you need cash. So if all of you were wondering, oh, what's the angle? Yeah, my angle was first to share music with the world, and then I started getting more information to read on Yankee Tango, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this is how it worked. So all it is subscribers, view times, and clicks on my videos. So if you want to really be heavily invested and see more than just me driving around, you know, at nighttime, you want to start seeing like you can get live feed of cat sanctuaries. That's what gave me the idea. So, and then if you don't know, I mean, cat sanctuaries, how many people do you know that have told you, oh, I've retired working at a cat sanctuary? You know, it could be a job builder for you. So just, oh, hey, blah blah blah, oh, I found you on the Yankee Tango. Like, oh, that's cool. You know, we'll just do to make sure you dress good for the interview and whatnot. Because, you know, obviously it's all for the cats and the dogs. So anywho, that's my business plan. And like I said, once I get there, then I can do my own thing with music, because then I'll have my own funds. Because when I thought about it, I was like, you know what, I wouldn't feel right taking people's funds to make music, and if it doesn't get kicked off, then, well, you know, SOL. But if I start a cat sanctuary and it does work, well, like I said, obviously I can hire people. And you're like, well, now how do you get rid of workers? Just contract work. Say, hey, max contract's 5 years, the least you could do is 2 years. That's it. Punishment? Oh, I know how to punish people. I'm just gonna take your pay. Just go ahead, screw around, not come to work. I don't care. They'll be written in the contract. I ain't gonna fire you. I'm gonna take your pay. You can't quit. I'm gonna sue you. Oh, baby. Oh man, what my mind knows from all the crap I've done in my life. So anywho, like I said, that's further down planning. I had to speak to an accountant about how that works, in which I will hire an accountant so I can get the best tax. Oh, that's nothing. The reason why I said that is I am a disabled combat veteran, So if I were to start a cat sanctuary business, from what I've read, and it's unofficial, any company that would hold me for my disability percentage is guaranteed a 15 to 40% tax break. So, you know what that means. I can give out bonuses. So, anywho, that's why I want this idea to work. And if it doesn't, oh well. I'm still having fun making videos on Yankee Tango. Slow ride, like I'm gonna do a drive-by. So. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll do it Saturday. I was gonna do a loop, like if I were to go to work and then come back home, which would probably take like 20-25 minutes. That's how close I live to my job now. That's why I'm really happy. Oh yeah, and since I hit 90 days, everyone's like, all their freaking smack talking has moved to the side. Like, all right, like I knew they were taking advantage of the situation. And that there is a fine definition of what you would call a punk ass bitch. That's punk ass bitch behavior. And if I were to get remarried, and I don't know, and yeah, get remarried and have kids, that would be the goal as the male, or as I guess the old man figure of the family, is to not give the wife or the kids the opportunity to call me a punk ass bitch. So if they act like that at work, oh, guess what? Their kids are already thinking of them in that manner at home. Oh, I love it, baby. I love it when you allow philosophy to explain to you about the riddles of life. Because they got an outlet, and people who outlet is evidence. There's proof out there of it. That happens. So I hope today you learned something very new. And this is stuff I think about when I'm driving out there with delivering mail and 100+ degree weather. Just me, my thoughts, and the awesome playlist I have. I will talk to you later.